Hola! I hope you all are doing okay. I know this is a very trying time, not be able to do many of the things you're used to doing, seeing many of the people you're used to seeing, but I hope you're doing well and staying sane. We're going to start chapter 8 in Spanish 2, and that's all about medical emergencies, and that can include parts of the body and all types of things to do with hospitals and again, medical emergencies. So, besides the typical vocabulary, which we'll be doing earlier in the week, we're going to get into the last major verb tense you will have this year, and that's called the Presente perfecto. And what this means is that you or somebody else has done something, usually once or more before. So, it always has two parts. There's a form of the present tense of the verb haber. And these are basically, I'll use the verb comer right in the middle here. These are the parts that are always the first parts of this. There's always two parts. And it's a, as in I have, as in you have, ella, usted, as in he or she has, nosotros hemos, as in we have, vosotros habéis, you all have, and then ellos, ellas, ustedes, as in they or you all have done something, okay? So it's not the verb tener that we'd use with this because it's attached to something else, okay? So ellas, a, hemos, habéis, and an will all be regards to who we're talking about that has done something. If it is an AR verb, as you see up over here, you see llegar below, you see llamar and cortar. What you have to do with those, you need to add an ado at the end of the infinitive stem of those, okay? So llamar becomes llamado, as in called. Cortar is to cut, becomes cortado, as in cut. So with that, if you do that with the AR verbs, you have an ado. If it happens to be an ER or an IR verb, then you have an ido at the end of it. Okay, so you see several of those here. You see comer becomes comido. Tener, tenido, meaning in this case, comer would be eaten, like I have eaten something. Or tener is has, I have had, like I have had stitches before. So there's always two parts, again, forms of haber, and then there's forms of either ado or ido of whatever verb you decide to use. There are certainly a few exceptions, but not many. So if you get the hang of this, it's really not that difficult. It's a little bit more involved than the future or the last chapter's conditional tense is. But if you understand there's just two parts to everything, the first part is always a form of haber, which are very short, and the H is never pronounced. And then you have an ado or an ido, and that's just how it's done. So hopefully that helps you in understanding this. The other part of it that you see down below is the forms like that you would use with ya, todavía no. You see jamás, and you see nunca. And what those things mean is like never, okay? Like nunca is never. So if you say nunca he comido langosta, you would be saying basically, I have never eaten lobster. Some of us could probably say that. Others would not. Others maybe have at least tried it once. So these types of things you can be used with things that you have done once or in a very limited way in most cases. If you're discussing things that you have already done in your life, like I have ziplined or I have done these types of things that are usually extraordinary things in life that people may or may not have done. Okay, so that's when you would use this. You may not use it a ton, but you will certainly use this in life as you go through in English and also in Spanish. I hope this helps explain the Presente Perfecto to you. Again, two parts to each one. If you have any questions, I'll also give you other links to maybe others who have presented similar information. So hopefully between either this or other types of information, you can get what you need to understand this, to be put in context with what you should already know. Hope you all are well again, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you real soon, I would hope, okay? At least, at the very least, in fall. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.